Hello, I'm here to give you a stat how-to cooking video. It's my sister's birthday today. I managed to get out early enough, and this here had maybe a day left to be halfway decent. So I'm making a cauliflower casserole, i.e. cauliflower mac and cheese. And let me tell you, I kid you not when I tell you that when I bring this to a church gathering, like a Bible study, whatever, it doesn't last an hour on the table. People go nuts over it. Okay. So what you need for this, I'll just lay it on the line. At least a head of cauliflower. 8 ounces, or is it 6 ounces? Let me take a look. 8 ounces of 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese. So 1 tube of Ritz crackers, and about a half a tablespoon, a half a stick worth of butter. Why? You're gonna put about a tablespoon in here once it's done steaming, and then the rest you're gonna cut little tiny slices after you crumble this up and lay it on the top, and I will show you how it's done. Right now, I took a head of lettuce, chopped it up, I took a head of cauliflower and chopped it up, and we're gonna go ahead and steam it for about 10 minutes, or until your fork can go through it easily. Put a lid on it, and if you like, you better put a little lid on it. Wow, I just sang a Beyonce song and she's new state. Sorry, guys. Well, I was mocking her, okay? I was mocking her. So while that's going, what you're gonna do here, so what we'll do is we'll chop this up so that it spreads nice and evenly, so you don't have to shred up. I mean, the cauliflower, when it's soft, when you stir everything in, it's gonna break a little bit, which is fine. It's normal. So you don't want it mushy, but when you put it in, it's kind of like an asparagus. You want your fork to be able to go in easily, or like a potato. So same concept. So we're just gonna get this, I know it's Velveeta cheese. I know it's not good, but for this particular dish, you wanna do something quickly. It's my sister's birthday. It's on a whim. She likes it, so I'm gonna do it. So we're just gonna cut this in thin-ish slices, if you will. Okay. Well, eyes on the cheese. I move and talk so slow, so I'm just gonna speed up this video a little bit.
All right, so I'm just gonna cut it into decent slices. I guess it's like a tablespoon of butter worth, the thickness of it anyway. Just gonna chop these up. And then once that's done steaming, you're gonna take it out of the steam grate and you're gonna put it into the pot. And then you're gonna mix it around into said pot until everything is mixed in evenly. And then you lay it into a casserole dish evenly. And then you crumble the, I'll just show you how to do it, it's real easy. Just gonna put your Ritz cracker breadcrumbs on the top, and then do a few slices of butter on top of it, so when it starts to cook, it'll brown nicely and sizzle, and make the breadcrumbs a little bit more crispy. This is an amazing dish. I mean, for what it's worth, you know what I mean? It's Velveeta, a vegetable, some butter, and crackers, you know what I mean? But it's a perfect casserole if you want to do a quick half-an-hour prep that everybody's gonna love, unless somebody really hates Velveeta cheese. But you don't really, I guess you notice it, but it's not a terrible thing. I mean, the cheese is processed, but I digress.
All right, this is how all you do is push it inward. And what it'll do is it'll implode on itself. So all these crackers are crushed like this, right? See, look. And it's now perfect breadcrumbs, just popping it in on itself. You'll leave it in here. And then once that's ready, you just open the end and sprinkle it over evenly, and then, cracker came out of the thing. All right, clean as you go. All right, so we'll put this. It's like not even, I guess it's about I guess move this over to here. It's almost a tablespoon worth, whatever. You don't have to be exact, but you're gonna do tiny slices like this, like you would put on toast, on the top. So I'm gonna, you know what, maybe I'll leave this cold. I'll let this get soft. I'll keep this in the fridge. What do you want? What do you want? Okay. Now this is the size dish that you need for 1 head of lettuce. I keep calling it lettuce. One head, and I had to cut a couple things off. Some of it was a little brown, and I'm just not going to put that in my dish. You can use some about this size, right? It's about 2.5 inches deep, about 9 inches long, 6 inches wide. You can use this. I like to use this one. It's a little bit more even. It's just a simple glass casserole dish. It's not the big one, it's just a tiny one. It goes about, well, it's not my waist. My waist is bigger than this, so it's pretty small. All right. So we'll have all this ready and prepared. Oh, and while it's steaming, I will do a little bit of salt and pepper. That's it. Salt and pepper. That is all you need. Very simple dish. That's even if you want to. You don't have to. But if you want to give it a little bit of pizzazz while it's steaming, so I like it. Salt is a good preservative too, so it's about 1/8 of a teaspoon worth. This is just a sprinkle, enough to make it look dirty. And it's starting to get soft, so really, you only need to steam this for about 10 minutes. And how long have I been on with you? Well, about 10 minutes, because there's like a few minutes of video that I cut out in the process because I get tongue-tied, as you know. Come. I wanted to show you something. So this is what it looks like. It starts to get a little translucent. Let me go get a fork and I'll do a doctor term, polk analysis. Brady Frady. It's still a little crunchy. Even though you're gonna bake it, you want this to at least allow the fork to go in easily. Allow the fork to go in easily. So while we're waiting for another minute, I'm gonna tell you a little story. Okay. So I'm shopping for cake candles for my sister's birthday. And I go to the dollar store because, you know, it's just she just wants a 3 and a 4 candle. No problem. She says that her job gave her a whole bunch of balloons at work. She does not want balloons, so I did not get her balloons. But how does a sister not get a birthday card, if you want to call it that, for her birthday? So there's no birthday cards left. So I grabbed the only one I could find that was in the birthday section, only to find out that at checkout it was actually a congratulations card. So I am going to work with what I have and just say, congratulations, you made it this far. And I hope, and it says like, oh, congratulations, may you exist in the future too. I don't know, I'm an a-hole, so I'm gonna do something and she's not gonna expect it. I'm gonna show my mom and I'll probably record her reaction to it just so that you see it, because I think it's pretty funny. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, let's try it again. Can you see me? Yes. That's about right. Okay, you can go ahead and take this off. And you don't really have to keep the heat on. I'll just, I'll work from here. I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. Oh, don't mind my office. My office is disgusting. All right, ready to take this out? It's a little hot to the touch. So, take this here, set it right here, pour this right here, put this back in, put it up, put it in, let me begin. You want to get all of it out because there's not a lot to go around. Probably should get like at least another half a head of, not lettuce, into it. I keep wanting to call it lettuce, so. Lettuce, not call it lettuce. Cauliflower. Yes, cauliflower. That is what it is. 8 ounces of this is good for 1 to 2 heads. Okay, so if you have 2 heads, you don't need to get 2 things of Velveeta. All right. We'll just use this rubber spatula. We're just gonna stir this up real good. So it's gonna break up a little bit. That's what you want it to do, because you kind of want to give this the consistency of like a mac and cheese. So, although it is gonna bake, you do want it to be easy enough to cut through, and you do want it to break up a little bit. But you're you go ahead and stir it around. Madison Marquette. Or is it Marquet? Yeah. She's, I like her. I like her a lot. And she's very straightforward. And we don't have a lot of that. You know, she's not out there to make money. She's out there to kick ass, and I like that. So you have patriots out there that are in it for the money. You know what I mean? They are. But, you know, I would rather watch them than MSM, who makes ridiculous amounts of money, that lie to you. Now, can some of them be sensationalist? Yes. Can some of them be, you know, hey, buy this product, buy this, and they're constantly trying to sell gold? Yes. Can it be annoying? Sure. But we are in a capitalist nation, and there's no law against it. I personally don't have a problem with it. But the ones who create a locals group that says, oh, I'm going to give you free content, you know, but if you guys want to hear all the sources that I have and more deep details regarding said content, you're going to have to join my locals page. And I feel like the information out there is already free, and you have the information. Why are you going to sit there and hold it up like a carrot to people who are starving for truth? And that's the problem. You have people who are genuinely starving for the truth. And I personally could not take from people, because also, this economy sucks right now. A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck and struggling. If I can help you by making you laugh, showing you how to make an easy dish that doesn't break the bank, I'm more than happy to do so. And it's free. And if you want to like my videos or subscribe, that's all the help I want. If you want to help me, right, you want to support me. I know a lot of people just want to send a donation. I don't want your donation. You know what I mean? Give that to someone who really needs it. But if you do want to support me in any way, simply like my channel. You know, do a little shout out, like a comment or something. That's all. That makes my day. Oh, I forgot to start the oven. It's just that kind of day. First, I'm congratulating my sister for making it to her 30-something birthday. And now this, I forget to turn the oven on. My mom is texting me left and right. All right, now for the fun part. This is just one head. See, all you need is a little thing. Now, for my church, I do at least two. If I do, it depends on the size of the group. I'll ask my pastor how many people are planning on coming. If it's 10, I'll do 2 heads of lettuce. I think, knowing what I know now, because it really didn't last long. People were coming back for seconds and thirds, and then some people didn't get to try it. I'll probably do 4. Because it heats up nicely. Just pop it back in the oven, and you can have it. So you just sprinkle it evenly. It's a casserole, guys. You want the whole thing in there. And even if you have 4 heads of lettuce, I keep calling it lettuce. What is wrong with me? 4 heads of cauliflower, you only need 1 still. Okay? Yeah, I have problems, guys. Freaking lettuce. Head of lettuce. Alright, so the other object of butter on this is so that this doesn't necessarily burn. So let's go ahead and kick it. We're gonna bake. Yes, and no. Bake, start. There we go. We're gonna do 375. Start. The reason why is because I want this to cook relatively fast. It's already cooked. And what I'm gonna cook, yes, start. Okay. you want the butter to kind of melt over it nice and evenly. So you're gonna do like 3, 6, 12, all right, 15 little slices. Little slices, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. It's nice and hard, but you kind of need, because it's gonna melt anyway.
Just a little bit. Even if you do it this thin, it's fine. Because it's gonna spread, it's gonna boil, it's gonna bubble, it's gonna make the breadcrumbs nice and crispy without it. Because you don't want the breadcrumbs to dry out. I call them breadcrumbs, I know they're Ritz crackers. Just bear with me, guys. Alright? There's really no science to this. You don't want it too thick, because then you're gonna have like one wet section, and you still want it relatively dry, so you want to keep these slices thin. But just thick enough to keep the crackers from drying out. My sister loves this dish. I think she forgot it exists because I haven't made it for her in years. Oh, this is a little thick. That's fine. There's a lot of cracker in this corner, so I'll put it there. Yeah, see? Half a stick of butter. That's all you need. Now, if you need like a little bit of a bigger pan, whatever, okay, so then you use a full half a stick. So there's a couple pieces here. I'll just cut them up real thin and just spread them randomly. All right, so there's like a thick section here. Pretty thick over here. Pretty thick over here. And spread that out a little bit. Put it right in there. Okay, there you have it.
You know what? Start over. We're gonna give this 20 minutes. All right, just so that this has the chance to melt, start boiling, and allow the top to get crispy. That's the only reason why you're cooking it. It's like making lasagna. Everything's already cooked. You're just putting it in the oven for 20 minutes or whatever, just to get the cheese to melt. And if you like it browned on the top, then you do 30, 40 minutes, depending on the size of the lasagna. All right. My bird is extra today. And now we put it in. You know, some of the heat kind of melted the butter a little bit. Put it on the bottom shelf. Better get the crunchity. Okay, now we take it out. Wow, it's half my face. Mr. Blah, blah, blah. All right, anyways. That's a story for another day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yummy, yummy. Come. Oh my gosh. You know what? Give me a towel. Towel. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Just look at it. It looks delicious. Now, as much as I hate how I chew, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I curse myself out, and one in particular. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. You know, let's play it safe. Get a new one. I think I just used that to poke the cauliflower, but now I'm bringing this to my sister's birthday party. So I'm just gonna take a tiny piece. I'll just say I test tasted it, whatever. Oh, it's steamy. Delicious. I'm a Kristen too. There's like a Kristen on Facebook that does all these different cooking videos, and every time she takes a bite, she slams her counter. I'm surprised she doesn't suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome yet, because she's got rock counters too. Finish chewing. Delicious. It is optimum. It's optimal. It's optimal. See, look, it's so crispy. Oh, it's so good. All right. Catch you next time, folks. And I think I'm going to show you my mom's reaction to the birthday card that I got my sister, which is congratulating her to making it this far in life.